We are back today with the Mead series. Today we're going to be going over racking, stabilizing, and back sweetening. As always, everything's got to be sanitized using Star San. I like to fill up the hydrometer test tube with Star San as well and bob the hydrometer a bit to make sure that's fully covered. One thing I also like to do is when sanitizing, I use my auto siphon to get the sanitizer liquid into the new carboy. That way the inside and outside of the siphon is sanitized and good to go. The next important thing we're going to do is we're going to check the gravity on this mead and make sure that fermentation has finished. Just because the airlock isn't bubbling anymore doesn't mean that fermentation is completed. That's why it's important to do this to make sure you're getting the exact numbers and you know what's going on. Here we can see that it's at a perfect 1 or 0.998, which is perfect. Fermentation is completed and it should be dry and ready to go. Next, we're going to be adding Camden tablets. These are very important, especially when racking. Camden tablets kill wild yeast and bacteria and prevent oxidization. Obviously, when racking from one carboy to another, you may introduce a lot of oxygen, so it's very important you have this. I like to crush mine between two sanitized spoons. For the auto siphon to work properly, you'll need your receiving carboy to be lower than your starting carboy. Something very important is you want to make sure not to disturb the lees and all this dead yeast and stuff at the bottom of your mead. You don't want to suck this up and bring it over into your fresh batch. As you see here, there will always be some mead wasted. This is normal. You really don't want to get too greedy here and suck in all the sediment at the bottom of the carboy. Now you could stop here and put on your sanitized airlock, but we're going to make some changes here. Due to the loss of the mead and all the room for the sediment, we've got way too much headspace in this carboy, which if we leave it like this, eventually the batch will spoil. So we're actually going to stabilize and back sweeten to fill up the extra room and make the mead sweeter at the end. Here we're going to be adding a half teaspoon of potassium sorbate. This is the chemical stabilizer, which essentially coats the yeast, which makes sure that it can no longer ferment when you add new sugars. Once it's added, you need to wait 24 hours, that way the potassium sorbate has time to coat and cover the yeast. This is now 24 hours later. I've got some honey. I'm going to mix it with water for something similar to a simple syrup. Once everything's evenly mixed and good to go, I'm going to quickly spray down and sanitize a funnel and then pour in the sweetener. Back sweetening serves a dual purpose. The main one, of course, is sweetening the drink so it's more enjoyable, and also you get to fill up all the headroom, so really it's killing two birds with one stone. Now this meat is perfect, ready to go, and ready to age for a few months before bottling and drinking. I also broke my hydrometer.